Hey, what's up, guys? We are back at again with another one, and this video is the 6 weeks postpartum, and I'll talk about from the first until now. So I was gonna do that, but being very tired and also getting into a routine with the baby and stuff, so I haven't got to any of the videos until now. So we'll start with the first and then go up to where I'm at now. So for the first week, after having him, of course, for most of almost the whole week, I was at the hospital there, and because I had to go in Sunday night to get induced. And then I didn't have him until Tuesday. And so, and then we had to stay up until, 3 days. And, so I had left Friday morning. So it was basically almost a whole week I was at the hospital. And that part drove me crazy because I never spent any time like that at the hospital or in the hospital for that fact. And so, literally, like, not long after having him, I had the depression a lot. It hit me very, fast. I didn't think so. Wasn't even thinking that, about having that depression and stuff like that. Of course, I don't think anybody really thinks about having it until it actually happens. And that literally hit me the next day after having him, and then especially being I was one night by myself. I didn't really mind it, and then until it was really hitting me, I was like, okay, yeah. I don't know, it was just night times are the worst. Even still up to now, night times are the worst for me. My depression hits a lot, and it sucks so much. But I do everything to ignore it, so it doesn't really bother me. But it does bother me when I'm focused the most on to it. And so that was basically the first week, especially trying to be able to move and stuff. That was the hard part. I had to take my stitches out. The first week was really the hardest. Very the hardest, especially the whole entire time at the hospital. Not even sleeping. I barely even slept. Even before I even had him. I should have slept, but I couldn't sleep. I was anxious, excited, all the emotions going on, so I couldn't even really sleep. And I should have slept, but I couldn't. And then barely sleeping the whole week, because with all the freaking nurses constantly coming in, checking. Very annoying. You never sleep in a freaking hospital. Anyway, so for the second week, slowly, getting into the healing part. I swear, I had medicine that they gave me medicine, but I'm not the type of person who takes medicine a lot. I just deal with the pain. I didn't get the epidural or anything. That was not even one thing that even crossed my mind when I was in labor. That didn't even cross my mind at all. I was just in so much pain. I was just too tired and in too much pain to even think about the freaking epidural at all. Now that's the crazy part that I never did. And so I barely even took the medicine. Especially, I didn't like the way the medicine made me feel. I felt like I was freaking drunk, and I don't want to feel like that while taking care of my son. So I barely even took it. I only took it when I really, really needed to. If it was really painful, then I would take it to ease it up. But other than that, I didn't take no medication basically the rest of the time. And then third week, it was actually starting to get better, the healing and stuff like that. for me to distract myself from feeling the way I do, I just go on my phone or I let somebody know how I'm feeling. I think it's just being, because nighttime, you ain't doing nothing at nighttime, so what are you gonna do? You're just gonna relax at night, and you're not going out, and everything just dies down at nighttime, so that's where it really hits the most. And even though I'm up half the night with the baby, he helps distract me sometimes. Me just focusing on him mostly would help. But sometimes my brain just goes somewhere else, and then boom, there it goes. And that's all basically the weeks, like every week was. It's just me trying to get into the routine of him and his sleep schedule. I basically knew his sleep schedule like quick. His pattern was really easy. And me, the healing process, I was healing pretty quickly, pretty good. And I think it was like 2 weeks in, or 2 to 3 weeks in, I did go to the doctor, because I thought, like, I didn't feel like the stitches were open. In a way it did, but then it didn't at the same time. Like, I felt like it was very, like, irritated. So I wanted to get that checked. And of course it was completely fine. And, like, where my hips are, it was, like, very painful. Not painful, but it just felt like something. I felt like I got a whole bunch of, like, tape and, like, wouldn't, like, unstrap from me or whatever. That's the annoyingest part. Like, it was very annoying. And when I told them about that, they said it was normal because all the, like, tearing that they had to do. And yeah, so that was completely normal. And then my stomach being numb to touch, and honestly, it's still kind of, like, my 6 weeks are up. Like, I was good for the okay and everything, and I was good for the okay, everything. I was healing perfectly and stuff like that. That's what I was happy about. But there's still the numbness on my stomach. I still kind of have that. I didn't even freaking think to ask if that was even normal, because that didn't come to my head, because he said I was fine, and he was pressed down on my stomach, and it wasn't bothering me at all, so I was fine. But I did find out for the 6 weeks when I went to get checked, I found out, like, it was already hard to even have him, to even conceive anyways, but come to find out that they never told me this. That my doctor never told me this at all. Like, I don't know if I didn't notice from before. I didn't notice before until after having him that I have a narrow pelvis. So either way, I was still gonna have a C-section either way because of that. If I knew that from the beginning, like, then I could be mentally prepared for it. Because basically, for a little bit, like, my body felt so out of place. It was ridiculous. Like, I didn't feel like I was in my body. I cried at night. Like, it was bad for a couple weeks. Like, the beginning was the worst. Like, I did not feel like myself. Especially again when I said I took that medicine, I still didn't feel like myself. I felt like my freaking soul left my body and never came back. But now, of course, I feel like that I feel much better. I feel like myself, minus the depression part. But yeah, if I knew that, I kind of would have mentally prepared myself, because what I went through was very traumatizing for me. And yeah. So that means if I ever do have another kid, years down the road, we'll most likely have to be a C-section again, because he was face down for 3 months. So when they told me he was face down, like the first time they told me they were face down, that was in October. And so we were all thinking that he was gonna be born early, because he was already face down. And what baby really is face down for that long and not wanting to come out? He was. Because if I had a normal pelvis, then most likely he probably would have been born earlier than, he was only born a week before the due date. My due date was January 17th, and I had him the 8th. So, yeah. That's very, very new. So I don't know if that was the reason why it was hard for me to even conceive a child. I'm thinking that's the reason why. And plus, he was already sunny side up also. So if he did came out normal, then he would have been facing up or whatever. But yeah, so all that new information at my 6 weeks checkup. And so what am I saying? Also, after having him, so I had very good iron the whole entire. I was healthy. I was even healthy even after having him. But the only thing was, they sucked my for some reason my whole iron, like my iron level, just dropped. It just basically dropped. After having him, it just dropped. I was like, okay. I was fine the whole entire time. And then out of nowhere, they're like, okay, yeah, your iron level is very, very low. I'm like, oh, just great. So that would be another reason why I felt like I was feeling, because I felt very, very, like, dizzy, and my head was just feeling weird. Sometimes it still feels like that, but maybe it could be because of the iron. I'm not really sure, but I don't really know. But, oh yeah, let me tell you how much he actually weighed and what time. So, he was born January 8th, 7 pounds, 3 ounces, 19 and a half inches long. Was born at 12:25 in the morning. Yep. And now he's about to be 2 months next week. And I can't wait because he has his 2-month checkup. And I can't wait because he is so chunky. He's the most chunkiest baby. Like, oh my gosh. I love all his rolls that he has. I can't wait to find out how much he weighs. Because before, when we had the last doctor's appointment, he was 8'12". So almost 9 pounds. So now he is so much bigger. And I'm just dying to find out how much he weighs. Has to be like 11, 12. Maybe that's way too much. But I don't know. He just seems like a big, like he's very heavy. Oh my gosh. Very heavy. And also, he is already pushing himself to sit up already. Already pushing himself to sit up. Like, I feel like he's going to be ready, knowing how to sit up before he's even fully 3 months. I don't know. Because he's already, like, sitting up, and he'll sit up good and proper for, like, a good minute. And then he'll just lay himself back. He's really good. So, that's my 6 weeks. And everything in between that. So, you guys, this will be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you get all the notifications and every time I post a video. And sorry that the videos are like always spread apart. That meaning I'm not recording like every week or every other day. It's very hard and difficult. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I know I say that a lot, but I definitely am going to try to and talk to you guys more about whatever you guys feel like or you want to see. Like, you guys comment down below and tell me what you guys want to see or you guys want to talk about, stuff like that. So, I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Goodbye.